We already recorded this. I'm wine. Don't bother reading it. It's a bunch of hooey. Not what I was gonna say. I was gonna say it's a bunch of vignettes. So they're not really related. They're all about like the same character and like the same summer, but it's all just like different shit going on in his life. And I talked about how in this I didn't bother reading like the last like 7 or 8 pages or whatever because I forgot to read it for class, but then I guessed what the fucking ending was because there was one of the questions on our test was what was the last thing that Douglas does before going to sleep the last night of summer, and I fucking guessed. I guess that he conducted the world to sleep because in the very beginning of the book he conducted the world awake on the first day of summer, and so I'm like, it's probably fucking circular storytelling, and I was fucking right, and I was the only person in my class who got it right, so no one bothered finishing reading the book. And so it's a terrible fucking book. Ray Bradbury is a great author, but this book was his fucking stinker. She said she remembered the story about actual dandelion wine, which is the title. I said I remember the story about time travel.
I remember something about a clown, but I'm pretty sure that's from Sanders Maris's book.
So and then we talked about the merits of this versus House on Mango Street, which is another book that we had to read the same year. That was also vignettes.
I cannot keep vignettes straight at all.
But we thought that one had a little bit more merit because at least it gave a window into another culture because it was about like Hispanics growing up in America instead of more white people.
Blow the cannon up with a cannon.
We talked about Death of a Salesman.
Bless you. I'm sorry, I'm probably covered in dog hair.
So we talked about mostly about how this one is unrelatable to high school students and how so like we get that it's like a classic and shit, but like
why?
But why are you making high school students read this? It's about like a 40-year-old being replaced by young people, and we're not even old enough to be the young people yet. And then also, one of the characters' name is Biff, and another character's name is Happy. What kind of fucking names are those?
I remember something about football. I'm pretty sure there's a scene where they play football.
I'm pretty sure there's a ghost somewhere in it.
Okay.
Like, I'm pretty sure that Willie, I think this is the main character's name.
Yeah.
Willie Loman. He talks to a ghost at one point, and then he kills himself at the end, which is why we thought that it wasn't a good idea to give it to high school students, because so many high school students are already going through, like, depression and shit, and they do not need more encouragement to kill themselves. That's Death of a